Well, it finally looks like the grooming gangs are being rounded up and some people responsible are going to land up here. Hopefully they'll get guards a lot tougher than Mackay was with Fletcher and Porridge and get someone like a warden from, I don't know, Sylvester Stallone's Lockup. Which if you've ever seen that, you'll know what I mean. Because let's face it, these people belong here for a very long time. And the thing is, this all started in Rochdale, didn't it? And this group of men who inflicted so much pain and suffering on two young girls over 5 years have finally got caught. These 7 guys kind of basically treated the teens like they were their possessions, passing them around and abusing them in all sorts of ways in grimy places like car parks and things like that. And they started, unfortunately, grooming them when they were just 13 and got them hooked on things like alcohol and drugs to make them even more vulnerable. The girls as well, they didn't really have nice home lives, which made them easy targets, unfortunately, for these monsters. And during this nightmare, they were forced to have sex wherever and whenever these men wanted. And I don't know about you, but I think it's absolutely disgusting that these guys treated these girls in such a way. The good news is, though, that these 7 men involved were sent to prison for a very long time. They were Mohammed Zahid, Kaiser Bashir, I hope I pronounced that right, Mastik Ahmed, Warez Khan, Muhammad Sharaz, and Ahim Alkam. And they were all sentenced to a total of 174 years in prison. Bloody good job, in my opinion. I personally would have gone one further and made sure something was removed if that was allowed in this country. But anyway, Zahid, Ahmed and Bashir were all born apparently in Pakistan and worked as stallholders at Rochdale's indoor market. Zahid, known as Boss Man, even gave free underwear to the girls from his lingerie stall. He had a previous conviction in engaging in sexual activity with a 15-year-old in 2006, which I don't know about you, makes me wonder, as he obviously broke the law, why was he not deported back to the country he came from? Because I'm pretty sure that's what should have happened in my opinion. But one of the girls said her phone number was passed around so much that she could have been targeted by, get this, over 200 guys. That's absolutely outrageous, isn't it? She was living in a children's home when Zahid and his pals came into her life. She thought apparently the authorities even knew about it, since the police often picked her up after she was labelled as a prostitute from the age of 10. Zahid acted apparently like he was untouchable when visiting the care home freely. Why was he even allowed in that care home? Why were checks not done? Why were the police not onto this sooner? There were more than likely, in my opinion, so many times where these guys could have been caught, but no, they seem to get away with it. Well, bloody good job they have now got caught and are in prison. Bashir didn't show up for the trial because he kind of skipped bail. Zahid, Akam and Hussein were also kept in custody because they were trying to leave the UK. Oh, I wonder why. Can't know he had a past conviction for exploiting another vulnerable girl. And Zahid was found guilty of 20 offences, including rape, while Bashir and Ahmed were guilty of multiple offences. Khan, Shahid, Hussein and Akam were also convicted of rape. And this is all part, of course, of a bigger scandal where hundreds of vulnerable girls were exploited. And there are still, wait for this, 96 men considered a potential risk to children. Many have yet to be prosecuted, and 74 children were sexually exploited in serious failings in their protection. The police, of course, didn't start Operation Span until 2010, and thanks to their efforts, 32 of these men have been jailed for a total of 300 years. It's just heartbreaking to think about the suffering that these girls endured, and I don't know about you, but I think if they'd got off their bums and caught these guys sooner, they could have saved many, many more. But hopefully, these 96 men who are still outstanding will be caught sooner rather than later. And I don't know about you, but for things like this, it's a shame we abolished the death penalty, isn't it? But anyway, what do you all think? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll be back soon with some more videos. So make sure you click the subscribe button down so you don't miss my next one.